Hi everyone, this is Paul O'Sullivan with ATM Magazine, and today I'm here to talk about a problem that many reading teachers will have. If you teach reading, you know that many students will have problems reading. So how do you solve this problem? And my answer to you as to how to solve this problem is to solve the problem before it's a problem. The issue here is that many students, when they learn reading, at the beginning, they don't have a solid foundation. And what happens at the beginning, if teachers don't read out loud to the students, they don't become as good readers as they should be. There is so much research, so much academic papers written on the fact that children who are read to out loud in the beginning have a massive, not a small, but a massive advantage over children who are not read to. And not only this, the surprising thing that I learned was that this advantage stays, if they have this advantage at an early age, it stays with them all the way through their learning career. If their parents read to them before they're 5 years old and teachers read to them, they have a massive advantage that stays all the way through college. So they have an advantage over all those students that the teachers did not read out loud to. So for this reason, you should read out loud to your beginning students, okay? Now why, you may ask, do the students who are read to have such a big advantage? There are many reasons. Like I said, they have a lot of scientific research that proves this, but here are 5 good ones. Number 1, the students, when you read books to them, they have vocabulary that you don't use in the classroom. When I speak to the children, I'm not going to use words like grind, oboe, many other words that you'll find in books. Number 2, not only the vastness of the vocabulary, but the sophistication, how hard the vocabulary is. Good books will put in words that are a little bit harder than the students know so that it expands their vocabulary. So a lot of different vocabulary, hard vocabulary, but also sentence structure, the syntax. Good authors will use good syntax that children can model. They'll pick it up naturally, okay? Another reason, when children are read to, they end up liking books. This liking of books, of literature, carries on when they learn how to read and for the rest of their lives. So later on, when they're in high school, they still like books. When they're in college, when they're adults, so they want to learn more. Whereas the students who did not get read to, they want to play on video games, they want to watch TV. So even that reason alone is enough. And then the last one, the students who went to Harvard, to北大, to the top Cambridge, Oxford, tend to read the same books. They have the same academic background. So they've read all the classics when they were young. They read Dr. Seuss, Brown Bear, all of these classics. So a good teacher will read these classics to their students, okay? So in order not to have reading problems, read out loud to your students. All this month, we talked about shared reading, which is a form of story time. So no matter what reading strategy you use for your story time, read stories every day. Try to. If you can't, encourage the parents to do it. Set up a dedicated reading space. We talked about a shared reading corner. It's a perfect way to build your own private reading space, okay? Make your lessons interactive. Let your student interact with you. We talked about using word wands. We talked about using reading guides, sticky notes, clear tape. We have so many props that you can make the reading experience interactive. Ask questions. Let your child be curious. Involve them more. You do that by asking questions. And lastly, use ATM audio techniques in order to make your story time more engaging. Okay? So I hope this is helpful information. So next time you guys know it, if I don't want reading problems in the future, I have to read out loud to my students. Okay? Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.